Hey students, I know you're not going to have regular literature live and we didn't get to have our literary discussions and all these things, but your teachers and Sammy, who's putting all this together, reached out to me, asked me if I could contribute something. So I'm going to read you a whole bunch of really tiny short stories. You can watch them all, you can watch none of them. Sammy, feel free to cut this up however you see fit. They're all by Simon Rich, someone who I really love, who I actually did teach to you guys. He did Tribal Right the Strombergs, if you remember reading that in my class. There's another story of his called Animals I really like. If you go onto my YouTube channel, there's another story of his I read on there recently, a longer story called Learning the Ropes that I think is excellent. It's really good. My reading of it, okay. Now, Simon Rich started out as a guy who was writing, well, he went to Harvard and was writing for the Harvard Lampoon. He left that and became the youngest writer ever at Saturday Night Live. So he wrote, his early books, instead of full short stories, are kind of skits. So I'm going to read them. They're really short. And I'll just have to kind of be playing both parts. And I'll do my best to make it make sense. So this is from Ant Farm. The first two are from Ant Farm. This one's titled, I Still Remember the Day I Got My First Calculator. There's a teacher and it's me, but it's Simon. So, teacher. All right, children, welcome to 4th grade math. Everybody take a calculator out of the bin. What are those? From now on, we'll be using calculators. What do these things do? Simple operations like multiplication and division. You mean this device just does them by itself? Yes. You enter in the problem and press equal. You knew about this machine all along, didn't you? This whole time while we were going through this charade with the pencils and the line paper and the stupid multiplication tables. I'm sorry for shouting, it's just, I'm a little blown away. Okay, everyone, today we're going to go over some word problems. What the hell do you have back there? What else? A magical pen that writes book reports by itself? Some kind of automatic social studies worksheet that fills itself out? What the hell is going on? If a farmer farms 5 acres of land a day, so that's it then. The past 3 years have been a total farce. All this time I've been thinking, well, this is pretty hard and frustrating, but I guess these are useful skills to have. Meanwhile, there was a whole bin of these things in your desk. We could have jumped straight to graphing, unless, of course, there's some kind of graphing calculator. There is. You get one in 9th grade. Is this a prank? Am I on TV? Is this a prank show? No. That's the first story. All right, go to another one. This one's called If Life Were Like Middle School. There's a judge, and there's a criminal, and there's a victim. I'll do different voices. The judge will be like a The criminal will be like meh, and the victim will just be like my voice, okay? In all my years on the bench, I have never seen a more despicable criminal. You robbed, assaulted, and tortured the victim simply for the thrill of it. Do you have anything to say in your defense before I sentence you? Nope. In that case, I hereby sentence you to 40 years in a maximum security prison. I also sentence the victim to 40 years in prison. Wait, what? That doesn't make any sense. He attacked me. I don't care who started it. I like that one. It's very short. These now are from Free Range Chickens by Simon Rich. Let's get into those. This one's called When I Lost My First Tooth. It's between mom and me again. You're never going to believe this. I was hanging out with my friends, and all of a sudden, a tooth fell out of my mouth. I think there's something seriously wrong with me. It looks like the tooth fairy's coming to town. Who? The tooth fairy. She visits children in the middle of the night and takes their teeth. Is she a cannibal? No, she's a fairy. What else does she take? Does she take eyes? No, just teeth. And when she's done, she leaves a surprise under your pillow. Oh my God. I wonder what it'll be this time. Okay, let's not panic here. There's got to be a way to trap her or to kill her. We just need to think. want to kill the tooth fairy. Why not? Wait a minute. I see what's going on. You're in cahoots with her. God, it all makes sense now. How else would she know I'd lost a tooth in the first place? I think someone's getting a little sleepy. Wait until Dad finds out about this. He knows about the tooth fairy, sweetie. Oh my God. How high up does this thing go? Let's get you tucked in. Listen, as long as we're laying it all out on the line, you might as well be straight with me. What other fairies are you working with? Is there a face fairy? There's just a tooth fairy, sweetie. She comes every time you lose a tooth. What do you mean every time? I'm gonna lose more teeth? You're going to lose all of them. There's nothing to indicate she says it's scary, but I think it's funnier if she says it kind of scary. All right, let's see, let's go to another one here. Let's go to the official rules of boxing. Now, I gotta admit, I find it bewildering that we allow the violence we do in sports and we even cheer it, and then the rules we put on are so arbitrary. Clearly, Simon Rich agrees. Here's his list of the rules of boxing. Here is a list of what is legal and illegal in boxing according to the official rules. Hitting someone in the leg, illegal. Hitting a man in the ears, neck, and face as hard as you can, over and over again, for 40 minutes straight, legal. Elbowing someone in the stomach, illegal. Hitting someone so hard in the head that part of his brain dies, legal. Grabbing someone's gloves to stop him from hitting you in the face for a few seconds so you can take a breath and think things over like a reasonable person, that's illegal. Punching someone so hard in the eyes that blood shoots out of his eyes, ears, and mouth and he dies right there in the ring, legal. Wrapping your arms around your opponent to try to get him to stop murdering you for just a couple of seconds, illegal. Hitting someone in the brain so hard over and over again that his brain stops working and he becomes unconscious. Then the second he regains consciousness, you start hitting him again in the same part of the brain. Legal. Biting someone's ear. Illegal. Hitting someone 150 times in the face in under half an hour. Legal. It's a good, funny story, and it's also kind of sadly true. Like, what are we doing? Like, why do we approve some notions of violence and not others? And what's the message that sends? And on and on and on. Pretty good. All right, it's a very short story. It's called Time Machine. As soon as my time machine was finished, I traveled back to 1890 so I could kill Hitler before he was old enough to commit any of his horrible crimes. It wasn't as gratifying as I thought it would be. Oh my God, you killed a baby. Yeah, but the baby was Hitler. Who? Hitler. It's complicated. Officer, this man just killed a baby. That's it, this whole thing. I like it. Let's see. I have two more. This one's called Free Range Chickens. It's the title story of the piece. So it's a conversation between two chickens, okay? I'll kind of shift to be the chickens. Well, it's another beautiful day in paradise. How do we get so lucky? I don't know, and I don't care. I think I'll go walk over there for a while. Then I'm gonna walk back here. That sounds like a good time. Maybe I'll do the same. Hey, someone refilled the grain bucket. Is it the same, is it the same stuff as yesterday? I hope so. Oh man, it's the same stuff, all right. It's so good. I can't stop eating it. Hey, you know what would go perfectly with this grain? Water. Dude, look inside the other bucket. This is the greatest day of my life. Drink up, pal. Cheers. Hey, look, the farmer's coming. Huh, guess it's my turn to go into the thing. Cool. See you later, buddy. See ya. It's a good one. It's funny and it's sad because they're unaware that their heads are going to get chopped off. So, yeah. All right, this one's called Dalmatians. Similar idea, two animals discussing something. Hey, look, the truck's stopping. Did they take us to the park this time? No, it's a fire. Another horrible fire. What the hell's wrong with these people? I like that, because I mean, clearly we can infer that they're Dalmatians on a fire truck, the firemen are going to a fire, but the dogs don't understand that their purpose in life is to go and tend to things that are terrible. It makes me wonder what animals think, right? All right, go ahead, buddy. Let's see. That's it for these. Now, I'm going to do, in a separate video, some discussion about some of the things you guys read and things to think about for the future. Talk to you in a bit.